All right, Parker, what is a woman?
A woman is an adult human person that has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex. Now, define a man.
Define a man. You're looking at one. XY chromosomes in a
Okay, but does God the Father have XY chromosomes prior to incarnation?
We literally have a religious
he's
topic
He's a father and he's him, but he's not a man?
Mamaya ay papanoorin natin yon. Isa yun sa best debates ni Charlie and most frustrating. Sa mga hindi nakakilala kay Charlie Kirk, siya ay isang pro-family, pro-life activist na avid follower ni Jesus Christ. And recently ay nasa news siya dahil may sniper na bumaril sa kanyang lieg and he passed away. This is a very sad news. So, let's pray for him and his family. Si Charlie ay kilala sa pakikipag-dialogue. And to honor his death, papanoorin natin ang top 10 most viral debates niya. So, let's start with this one.
But you as a male think you have the right to speak up and tell women what to do with their body.
Are men allowed to have opinions on moral topics?
It's a really controversial opinion to tell a woman what to do with their body. You are a man.
So if it's not your DNA, why is it your choice?
Of course, it's my body.
It happens to be temporarily in your body, but is it your being?
Yeah.
It is? Didn't the woman make a choice to have sex and then she should carry the responsibility that comes with it?
I think there are two people who should carry the responsibility, not only the woman.
Okay, wait, hold on. So then shouldn't a man be able to say, you can't have an abortion without my consent? I thought you said it was just a woman's issue.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's different because...
Oh, whoa, hold on. If a man and a woman both get a baby to be created, shouldn't a man have to approve and sign off on an abortion before it happens?
Definitely not.
Why do you have to have it both ways?
Alright, so yun, maiksi lang yun. And most of these debates ay tigwa 1 minute lang. Kung gusto nyong matuto kung paano i-defend ang unborn o ang pro-life cause, manood kayo ng maraming Charlie Kirk debates on abortion. Dito ang contention ni ate is my body, my choice. And ibang approach yung ginawa ni Charlie Kirk. I would approach this with asking the girl what the child is inside her or the embryo is inside her. Kung human life ito, then deserve nito ang magkaroon ng human rights. Okay, let's move on to the next video. Ito ay mula sa debate niya sa Oxford University. And very interesting. Marami siyang ka-debate dito.
Right now, if you could tell me the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump, you said that twice. Yeah, the U.S. citizen that was deported under Donald Trump. Can anyone tell me? 1,000 pounds. I'll give it to you right now. Yeah, name? Wrong, not a U.S. citizen. Citizen of El Salvador. Anyone else? U.S. citizen, deported under Trump. Nope, that was a lie. You should know better than that. You go to Oxford. So that is a correction. Number 2, can you tell me when it comes to Charlottesville, something that you said when Donald Trump said that there were people on both sides, he was actually talking about the statue debate, not what you said. So that's a hoax. That's line number 2. Oh yeah, you said that somebody over here said something about Pete Hegseth being nothing more than a TV host. You should also mention that he was a service member of the military. Nope, sorry, I'm going to talk uninterruptedly. Thank you. Service member and was in a decorated war hero. Funny you didn't mention that. Finally, the Donald Duck, really, like what was that all about? What is this jar? I have no idea what you're talking about in the back of the room. It's like, it's completely lost on me. So I don't know what that's all about. Also on the Canadian border, the professor failed to mention that the Canadian border was closed. President Trump said fentanyl and the amount of terrorists that are coming across the Canadian border, of which the most terrorists that come into America come across the Canadian border on the terrorist watch list. You did not mention that. And finally, Professor, you never heard of it in South Africa. Interesting. You never heard of that. The fact that a major political party in South Africa says, quote, kill the Boers, kill the Boers. I would expect more of somebody who wrote a dissertation and teaches here at Oxford to say that you would not know about the attempted slaughter and genocide of white South Africans. I never went to university. I take that as a great compliment. So therefore, everyone who went to university should be able to run circles around me. You'll be the judge, but I'll do my best.
Wow. So dito sa Oxford, tignan nyo yung mga participants naka-gown pa, parang prom yung inatinan ni Charlie Kirk. And this is one way to dismantle your opponent sa isang debate. Just spew out facts. And I'm sure may mga magko-fact check sa kanya. Pero kung talagang totoo naman yung sinasabi niya, walang makaka-dispute nito, di ba? And sinabi niya na hindi daw siya pumunta sa college. High school graduate lang siya. Sa US parang common ito dahil sa K-12 nila, halos pwede ka na ring magtrabaho. Dito sa Pilipinas, yun yung goal na tinatry nating i-achieve. Yung pagtapos mo ng K-12, halos ready to go ka na rin. Ang issue lang dito sa Pilipinas ay parang kaunti lang ang jobs na pwede mong makuha. Pero lumaki ako sa notion na kailangan magtapos ka parati ng college para magkaroon ka ng magandang buhay. Dito sa bagay na ito, medyo nag-change ang mind ko. Alright? Panoorin naman natin itong next one.
This outraged liberal completely lost it when Charlie Kirk hit him with one devastating question that she could not answer.
So what is a woman?
What is a woman is whatever you want to be.
So anyone can be a woman?
Yeah.
So do you get a period?
Yeah, actually, yeah. So, no.
Wow. Can you give birth?
No.
So a woman can be whatever you want it to be.
Hormones by themselves, you can actively change.
But
by taking HRT, you can also stop taking the T suppressor.
But people are more than
eventually.
hormones. You have men with low testosterone. Those are called white dudes from Paris. If I wear a disguise or a costume, do I become that thing? For example, if I dress with a sombrero and start talking with a Mexican accent, do I then become that culture?
No, because that's different race.
How is it different? Because you're saying that if you dress a certain way and you present a certain way, you can be as you think you are. Why can't I also just choose what culture I am?
Because you are born within a culture, you are born with.
But you were born as a man.
All right.
So itong video na ito is the classic What is a Woman question popularized by Matt Walsh. If you're interested on how this whole thing goes, I suggest na panoorin nyo yung Daily Wire documentary na What is a Woman, kung saan star doon si Matt Walsh. Basically, ang point lang nating conservatives dito is nahihirapan ang mga liberal friends natin to define the word woman. Dahil para sa kanila, a woman is someone who identifies as a woman. And medyo circular yung argument na ito because isang rule sa pagde-define ng word is wag mo dapat gamitin yung word sa pag-define ng word na ito. Halimbawa, kapag tinanong kong what is a tree, wag mong isagot na a tree is something that looks like a tree. Circular yon. At marami sa mga kaibigan nating woke ay ginagamit yung definition na a woman is someone who identifies as a woman. Alright, let's watch this next one.
Oh, you're cool with the one-child policy?
It doesn't matter what I'm cool with. The reality is...
No.
that
That was a policy of the CCP for years, where they would murder another child if you had more than one kid.
Look, what we need to understand is that China is a democracy, and they are going to make laws
Well, no, hold on a second.
based
Wait.
off of their
How are they a
individual material
How are they a
conditions.
democracy exactly?
Are you kidding me? Aside from the fact that the central government has a 95% approval rating, which, by the way, before you're like, oh, but
Have you been to China?
No.
No.
No, of course
Oh,
I
so you
haven't
must
been
be a
to
subject matter expert.
I'm not.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So
No.
okay, so they're a democracy. Do they have senators or congressmen
What does
in
it take?
China?
Well, there's about 1,000 members of their National People's Congress, and then obviously they have a system of local people's
And so
Congresses.
you don't think those elections are
I'm going to
rigged?
test you. What does it take to get on the ballot in China?
What is it? A lot of money, power, and influence, and killing the right people.
Okay, so magaling yung strategy ni Charlie dito. Usually kapag nakipag-debate ka, one of the strategies that you could employ is tanungin mo lang, how do you know that that is true? Kapag tinanong mo yon, ay napipilitan silang i-defend ang kanilang position. At kung mahirap talagang i-defend ang kanilang position, nagka-crumble ito without you even trying. Hey guys, before we continue, baka naman pwede niyong pakipindot ng subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell, pati na rin ang like button. Ano so far ang thoughts nyo sa mga debates na ito? Please leave your comments down below. Okay, on to the next one.
Criminalize all drugs.
Yes,
Okay. So including heroin.
absolutely.
Okay, got it. So do you think San Francisco is a good example of drug policy?
No.
But all drugs are legal in San Francisco.
I don't know if that's the case.
No, it is. Yeah, I could literally, you and I could get in a car right now, and you and I can get morphine, we can get heroin or fentanyl on the side of the street and shoot up together and watch the sunset over the Golden Gate Bridge.
With the cops. With the cops.
What?
Just like right next to us, just hanging
No,
out.
not only that,
shooting up
the state
heroin
gives
next
you
to
the
cops.
drugs. And the needles. Did you know that?
No.
That's libertarianism at play, though, my friend.
So dito pinalabas ni Charlie na hypocrite ang kadebate niya. Dahil nung una, sabi niya it's his policy to decriminalize all drugs, including heroin. Then tinanong niya kung okay ba ang San Francisco. And in this student's perspective ay hindi okay ang San Francisco. Kung saan decriminalized ang maraming drugs. Alright. Let's watch this next video.
This smug Kamala supporter thought she could corner Charlie Kirk, but watch how he turns the tables in this debate that left her speechless.
Do you think we should ban fracking?
Yes, I do.
Does your candidate?
She's kind of iffy on that one.
Do you think she's telling the truth when she says she's for it?
She's working on winning an election.
Oh, winning an election, so just tell the voters what they want. Right. Kamala Harris is a corporate shill who actually does not believe in freedom of speech. She censors her
Neither does
opponents.
Donald Trump. Neither does Donald Trump. The internet, I'm sorry, is not a utility. The only way for freedom of speech to be impeded is if the government does something. But they said that those are private corporations. Do you believe that private corporations should be able to make decisions about what they do?
It's a lot more nuanced than that. Like
Is it?
Yeah. So, for example, should United Airlines be able to kick us off because we're Republicans now?
Well, what do you think?
Because there's only 3 carriers, and so it's more nuanced than that. For example, could AT&T should be able to drop your calls if you say you're supporting Kamala if it's owned by a Republican? Answer the question.
Alright, maganda yung binring up ni Charlie sa huli. It's the difference between publishers and platforms. And naging debate ito in the past, not too distant past, bago bilhin ni Elon Musk ang Twitter. Kung maalala nyo, maaari ka ma-de-platform sa Twitter kung sinabi mo ang basic biological fact that a man cannot be a woman. At maraming mga examples nito. Then ang sagot ng left sa atin is, bakit hindi kayo umalis sa Twitter? Gumawa kayo ng sarili nyong platform. Hindi ganun kadali yun. Gaya ng sinabi ni Charlie, kung Democrat ang may-ari ng airlines at i-ban niya ang mga Republicans, kung kakaunti lang ang airline companies, edi walang masasakyang aeroplano ang Republicans.
How are you able to so confidently just kind of word vomit? Really, all of your work is not a debate. It's just confirmation bias.
You want to debate?
No, I'm good. I'm just curious where you learned...
Okay. You sure?
Where you learned how to publish
I'm a high
tweets.
school graduate. You're in college, man. Let's debate. I vomit for a living, you said.
No, I'm not here to debate. That's not,
you're
that's
just
not
here
my
to, you're
question.
just here to insult me.
Yeah, I am. You're really good at lying out of your
What have I lied about? Name one thing I lied tonight about.
11 million jobs.
11 million jobs are open for blue-collar work, according to Mike Rowe, and according to 3 independent studies, according to the Department of Labor. Name another stat I said that's wrong.
You need to work on not doing confirmation bias.
But you came up here and insulted me. I'm asking you, how have I misled this audience? And you come unprepared, like not with a single data. I thought you'd at least have like one gotcha, man. At the apex, 15,000 people coming across the southern border every single day. I even said it's down a little bit. That is true.
You're good at what you do, but not for the right reason.
It's so amazing, the smugness. You should ask for money back at KU. They're really scamming you, man. You'd think you'd have one little thing.
Ang isang malaking criticism kay Charlie Kirk ay may tendency daw siya maging arrogant. Pero kung ganito yung mga nakakasalamuha mo everyday, minsan maintindihan mo lang yung tao kung makarating siya sa hangganan niya. Nakita naman natin yung bata kanina kung insultuhin siya. Inakusan si Charlie Kirk na may confirmation bias. And for that accusation to work, kailangan magbigay ka ng counter evidence mo na lineft out ni Charlie nung nagre-research siya. Okay, panoorin naman natin itong next one.
And I believe that white privilege exists.
What privilege do I have that you don't have that is based on skin color, not on wealth or socioeconomic status?
The fact that you are sitting here with like little to no education trying to talk to people about white privilege is white privilege.
You served our country and you have lived a life of a victor and you have the gumption to tell me you're a victim without evidence. We're not able to cite one thing that you cannot do that I can do. If you make good choices, you will get those choices rewarded. You brought 0 evidence except an argument from an authority and an insult to my lack of a college degree, of which I am so proud of because I'm not indoctrinated because I didn't go to college. Thank you very much.
Okay, so ito ang sana hindi mangyari sa Pilipinas. And medyo nakikita ko na ito. I pray ng mga kabataan natin ay hindi magkaroon ng ganitong mga victimhood mentality. Oo, may korupsyon sa gobyerno, pero hindi tayo helpless. Naniniwala akong kaya mong umangat. Okay, last 2 debates.
Voted on the Charlie Kirk's common sense.
Do you feel proud of yourself for debating college kids who are unprepared to speak in front of an audience like yourself? Do you think that's a little bit silly?
Are you a voter?
I am a voter. I'm a
so
registered
I
voter.
vote and you vote. So I'm talking to voters of this country that will determine the future of Western civilization. That's what I'm doing here for. Yeah? Wait, hold on. How is it any different than a professor talking to you?
Then a professor talking to you? Who are you?
Well, important enough for you to come up to a microphone.
Actually, when I first saw this ad, I thought it was like an improv comedy thing. It looked so ridiculous that I didn't even think it was real.
Well, no, you could see. Look how popular Trump is on your campus. How does that make you feel? That's not comedy.
Hindi na nila pinakita dito pero itong girl na ito sa ibang videos ay nag-attempt siyang magpakita ng kanyang breast para ma-censor yung channel ni Charlie Kirk. Pero makita nyo ang ganda ng mga exchange na ginawa nila. Si Charlie, tinanong siya ng babae, unprepared kami, bakit nyo kami kinakausap? Isa kang adult, estudyante lang kami. Then binalikan ni Charlie yung babae na bakit yung professor nyo? Pinapayagan yung kausapin kayo ng mga bagay tungkol sa politics. Pero ako, isang adult, ayaw nyo. So that's one way to answer these kinds of accusation. And lastly, galing ito sa Jubilee show na Surrounded. And I think si Charlie Kirk ang pinaka-unang guest nila doon. So let's watch.
Okay. All right, Parker, what is a woman?
A woman is an adult human person that has a desire to be in accordance with a particular set of social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex. Now, define a man. Define a man.
You're looking at one, XY chromosomes in a
Okay, but
adult
does God the Father have XY chromosomes
Okay,
prior to incarnation?
We literally have a religious
He's
topic
a
later.
father and he's him, but he's not a man?
We have a religious
Wait, so
topic
a
later.
man is someone with XY chromosomes, but he doesn't have XY chromosomes, yet he's still a man, and he still uses preferred
it's
pronouns?
actually very interesting. In the original Hebrew, Adonai, do you know what Adonai is? It's the Hebrew word for God. It's actually genderless, but in the scriptures, they use he, right? And they use the masculine. Jesus Christ came to earth as a man, not as a woman, not as genderqueer. But let's go back to the...
But God the Father's a man, right? Because all fathers are men.
Well, first of all, there's a Trinity. So God the Father is neither man nor woman. He is omniscient, omnipotent. He is all being on top of
So why do you use he?
Well, I did not. The scriptures do. You could use woman. You could say her. You could use him, but the way that the language is structured, again, it is so, God the Father is so above gender, it is so above any of our understanding.
Then why use
with
him?
Glory and understanding. Again, because you have to make a choice, either he or him or her in the original scriptures. Let's go back to, I'm happy
Some
to get into
fathers
that,
aren't men and boys?
but- So I'm
So
not-
some fathers
I'm
are not men and boys, not men or boys.
I'm sorry.
Some fathers are not male.
No, of course they are. I'm not.
Wait, so God the Father's a male?
Hold on. God the Father. So where do we get God the Father from? What Greek
Well,
word?
from your scripture.
Well, from Abba, right, which is a very close personal term.
You're not answering my
right?
questions, and you're bringing up random language that doesn't
No,
matter.
Well, it actually does.
No, it
okay?
doesn't.
But let me get down to the root of it, because
he's not a man. You know he's not a man under your worldview.
Hold
You
on.
still use his
Well,
preferred pronouns. You
Christ
still
i-
call him a man.
Christ is a
But You
man,
don't do
though.
that with trans people because you're transphobic. That's why.
Oh, okay, got it. But Christ is a man. I'm happy to get into the sexuality and
Before
gender
incarnation, he's not.
of the Trinity. Okay.
Before incarnation,
Okay.
there's no penis, there's no XY chromosomes, there's no
Well,
small
hold on a
gametes.
second. Let's think about it. If that's correct, how is it then Jacob saw the face of God?
Okay, so if there's
Hold on. If there was not before the incarnation, how did Jacob see the face of God? How did Jacob wrestle with God?
Characters can have faces without biology.
How did Jacob wrestle with God?
So okay, do you think that he has a body?
Well,
or was that a figurative notion of wrestle?
That's a mystery of the scriptures. I'm not here. To, well, it is. I'm not here to debate theology. Can we go back to
So,
what we're talking
does
about
he
here,
actually
though?
have biology? You keep trying to pivot because you know this debunks you.
Well,
what
it doesn't-
biology
it
does your
doesn't-
God have?
Well, the one of Christ our Lord.
No, I meant
right?
before incarnation.
Well, to be honest, I don't quite know, and I
You
don't
don't
think
know?
the scriptures
So
are.
you don't know what a man is?
Well,
You can't define what a man is?
It's a little opaque. Again, you're looking at a man.
But your video,
God-
the largest video on TikTok is what is a woman? 20 million views. But you don't know what a
Yes.
man is under your
Well,
own worldview.
I said you're looking at a man, right?
Wait, but
Am I
God
looking
the
at a
Father
man?
doesn't meet that criteria.
Am I looking at a
Yes,
man?
you are.
Okay, good. Just making
A
sure.
man that's beating you in a debate right now.
Okay, that's fine. So let me ask you a question, though. So, do you think that anybody
Pivot.
can become a woman?
Okay, medyo mahaba yon, pero ang tactic nitong kausap ni Charlie Kirk dito is hindi niya pinapahayaang si Charlie Kirk ipagpatuloy yung line of questioning niya doon sa simula. Dahil ang totoo niyan, very flawed yung sagot ni Parker. Parker yung pangalan nung kadebate ni Charlie Kirk dito. Very flawed yung sagot niya about the answer na what is a woman. Sabi niya, a woman is someone who identifies as dun sa nagko-comply sa gender norms na kung ano ang in-enforce ng society na female. Pero flawed yung argument na yon dahil alam naman natin na may mga babae na gusto niyang magsuot ng pants. May mga babae na short hair. Pero rather na i-defend pa niya further yung kanyang definition of a woman, binalik niya kay Charlie Kirk ang tanong if God is a man. Sa akin, kung ako si Charlie Kirk, sasabihin ko lang na imagine I'm an atheist na hindi ako naniniwala kay God. Okay? Balik na tayo dun sa definition mo ng woman. Dahil ang totoo niyan, marami namang atheist din na nagko-question ng gender ideology. Sina Richard Dawkins, Douglas Murray, James Lindsay, at marami pang iba. So yan, the top 10 debates of Charlie Kirk. What do you think? Ano yung pinaka nagustuhan yung viral debate video dito? Write it down sa comment section. At kung nagustuhan nyo yung video na yon, I'm sure magugustuhan nyo rin ang video na ito.